Good evening, fellow vapors. This is Cass, back at you with another review. Now tonight we are not doing a juice review. Tonight we're doing something I'm very excited about. I've been waiting to do this for a little while, but I've just been trying to get my hands on one. Today I am going to be reviewing the brand new Juul 18650 box mod from Limitless, the Limitless Mod Company. This thing is a beast. Juul 18650, it is 0 to 200 watts. Does temp control, goes down to stupid low resistances, and it vapes like a demon. You've got 3 vape modes: soft, standard, and powerful. You've got all sorts of like memory modes. I have a quick vape on it, and then we're just going to jump straight in to the up and close and have a look at this thing. Get it out of the box, have a little play with it. This thing is kind of following the Limitless mantra of being able to customize it. You can take your plates off both sides, like so. Let's have a quick vape and we'll jump down up and close. Okay, so here we have the Limitless Box Mod in the box that it comes in. There we go. Limitless down the side there. Now mine's got a nice big crack in it because I'm a little bit clumsy and I dropped it. Not with the mod in it, but I did drop it and it cracked. Obviously it's quite a brittle case. So let's pop this thing out and let's pull out the mod itself. This is the Limitless Box Mod. You've got these lovely kind of cut off edges here, and on one top you've got the logo, on the other side there isn't anything. You have under here on the side the Limitless Mod Company logo, just sort of, I think it's laser etched into the side. So you've got your lovely bright screen here. I'll go over the menu system in a second. And here are your detachable plates either side and the 510. Okay, so let's go over some dimensions. It is 92 millimeters high by 63.5 millimeters wide or deep. And actually it's just short of 24 millimeters at 23.8 millimeters wide there. Now that means that most of your 24mm drippers, tanks, RDTAs, all of those things will fit on here nice and flush. And if you've got a 22mm, you've got about a millimeter either side here that's going to be showing. And actually most things I've stuck on here look absolutely fantastic. And this is it. On the outside you have these 2 panels here. Now this one is a purely cosmetic panel from what I can understand. Underneath, don't know if you can see this sort of square here. It's a little bit spongy. And what I imagine with this is that if you were to get a little screwdriver in and pop it off, you'd actually be able to get to the circuitry behind. I'm not going to try. I haven't tried. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. At the moment, this is purely cosmetic. On the other side, you have the battery bay. You've got these sort of staggered batteries. I haven't had any problems putting batteries in. Sometimes they can be a little bit tricky getting them in and out. With these, you've just got this ribbon here and you can pull your batteries out nice and easily. Again, the panel slips on. Now this is the bit that's been quite a big feature for Limitless, is being able to customize it. Now I actually picked up a couple of other plates for it here. There we go, and they just pop in as you would. I believe there are 3 different types of extra plates other than the ones that go on it. You've got the skull that I've showed you there. There's a green bandana, a rainbow bandana. Yeah, the skull and the 2 bandana colours. They're great. Alright, let's go into the menu system. So to turn it on, it's 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. LMC pops up here. Now it's going to be a little tricky to see. There we go. Now, normally if you hit the up or down buttons, it will change your wattage. Not so here. If you hit up, it cycles through M3, M1, M2, M3. And whilst it flashes, if you hit the down button, it will change the watts of that memory mode. There we go, so 150, etc. And you click your fire button. Obviously it comes up check atomizer because I've got nothing on side of it now, and that's locked in. If you hit the down button straight away, you see that PO that's flashing there? That is the ramp up time. At the moment it's on powerful, so PO for powerful, SO for soft, and ST for standard. I have noticed a big difference with it. With the PO, it hits like a freight train. It is great. Let's get into the menu. To get into the menu, it is 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says power off there. If I were to hit the up button, it would power it off. You click the fire button to cycle through. So you've got mode power, auto adjust power. So you've got this kind of bypass mech mode, I would say it would be. This you can change an individual wattage and it won't enter it into the memory. So that's quite nice if you're changing on the fly. Oh. And you've got your screen rotation. There we go. And exit menu. Now if what I'll do is I'll put it into temp mode here and continue clicking. Now these pop up: temperature NI, temperature TI, temperature SS for your various coil types here. There we go. And oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously it autos out of the menu. And if we're in temp mode, and then you've got your unit, Celsius or Fahrenheit there. Apologies if it's hard to see the screen, it is quite mirrored on this camera here. And you've got your temperature. Again, you can put the M1, M2, M3 in, and then rotation, exit menu. Now I'll just click it back into power mode, and we will go through to the exit menu. And that is the menu system. Now it is a little bit fiddly to get under. You'll normally cycle through with these buttons, but actually you've got to click it through with this. After about 10 minutes, yeah, it's a bit fiddly, but you get used to it pretty quickly. There we go. These slot on. These are pretty solid magnets as well. There's a nice clunk with them. Now, day-to-day use, you don't really get it so much, but if you do try, there's a little bit of play in both sides, but it's not a big issue. As you can probably see, this mirrored finish here is a fingerprint magnet, and once you've taken the protective plastic off, these again are a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Your 510 on top here is sprung, or rather is set into a kind of rubber. This is quite nice. Everything I've put on it fits down on it. You've got your air channels there for anything that's got bottom airflow on there. It just works. And that's it. It is a chunky beast. It does look kind of chunky, but actually it fits nicely in the hand, whether you're doing it on a kind of trigger basis. And you can hear the clickiness of that as well. Or a thumb-fed basis. It works wonderfully. I'm going to take my Dot Mod Petri and screw it on, and you can have a little look at see how that looks. There we go. I think that looks great. I really do. And now I've got the med on there. What I do is click it, finds the resistance, and then when you press it, it shows your voltage. 3 clicks, as it's just done there. 3 clicks locks it. 1, 2, 3, device unlocked. 1, 2, 3, device locked. If I want to turn it off, 1, 2, 3 to unlock it. There we go, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you hit that and it powers it off. Let's jump back up to the FaceTime camera facing faces, and we shall have a vape, and I will talk about the pros and cons of the Limitless Mod Company Dual 18650 Box Mod. Alright, so that is the Limitless Box Mod. Now we're back up and we're back on FaceTime. I have another quick little vape of it, and I'll talk through the pros and the cons. Kind of come out with a bit of a summary for it, I guess, leaving you guys with a bit more of a guide on whether you should get it or not. I'll have another little vape and we'll go from there. Alrighty then, so let's go straight in and we'll get the cons out of the way. The cons, when it comes to anything, is quite a lot of subjectivity. So it is a lump, it is heavy, it is quite big in the hand. Now to me that's not an issue. To somebody who maybe has slightly smaller hands or doesn't want a big heavy box mod, then maybe this isn't for you. But actually a lot of people that have held it and have played with it a little bit have actually said it's a really comfortable mod to hold on to, you know. The button's in the right place, it's not so bad. That can be maybe a little bit of a con, but to me I don't think it is. For my own personal tastes, to some it may. There is a little bit of battery panel movement. This is on both sides. Again, nothing that you would actually notice unless you really tried it. One other small little thing, this mirror front, it looks gorgeous, but As you'd probably expect, it is a complete fingerprint magnet. I find myself cleaning it quite a lot, but actually, as I vape it day to day, don't really notice it. It's only if I'm sitting or admiring it that I actually notice that there are fingerprints on it. Also, in bright sunlight, it can be a little bit tricky to see, but it's got a really bright display, so I haven't had too much of a trouble with it. So those are kind of really the main cons. The menu can be a little fiddly sometimes, but again, it's like anything. Once you've used it a little bit, you kind of get down to it. You don't even think about these things anymore. So I think, you know, the cons are cons only because they might be an issue to some people. I haven't found anything like that with me. Nothing's been sort of hindering my use of the product. It's a wonderful device. Pros, again, it hits like an absolute train. At the end of the day, how well does it vape? Really, really well. Like I said before, it is a lump, but the button, when you hold it, I hold it like this. The button for me is just in the right place to vape. It's not too bad. The little buttons on the bottom, you know, they're nice and clicky. There's no way that you're going to accidentally click any of them. Being able to just quickly quick lock it and put it in your pocket is a fantastic little feature as well. It is wonderful. The magnetic doors are very good. The one thing I do like is it is very clean on the inside. There's nothing to go wrong on the inside to the user. This spongy bit here, as you saw in the up and close, it's a little bit weird. Don't really know what it does, so I'm kind of leaving it alone, I assume, if you pop it off. But you don't really need to. It's just great. You sit it down on your table, it looks wonderful. It's nice to vape, you stick it in your pocket, it doesn't get in the way. Yes, it's a little bit heavy, but that doesn't bother me at all. Price-wise, what are you looking at here? So in the UK, I've seen it for around the kind of average price of around $84.99 up to about £90. In the US, you're looking at about $120, $130. So you're looking at the high end of a dual box mod, not necessarily the sort of money that you'd be throwing down on some custom stabilized wood dual box mod where you're in the £200, £300, £400 mark. No, you know, this is a regulated dual 18650 box mod. It's not, you know, it's in the high end of that kind of bracket, and I think you get what you pay for with this. It's built solidly, it looks wonderful, the changeable plates is a fantastically nice touch, even though it adds very little function. There's not really a lot you could say that's bad about this. At least I haven't found so far. Great battery life off your dual 18650s. Obviously, if you're chucking it at 170 watts day in, day out, you're not going to get as much life out of it, but I kind of run around the 50 mark. I'm getting at least a day and a half out of a set of batteries, probably a little bit less than that. It's fantastic. I think that probably pretty much wraps it up. Again, that's the Limitless Box Mod. I think if you're in the market for one of these, go out, you will not regret it. Thank you for watching. My name has been Cass. If you like this video, please give it a little like, that really helps us out here. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some more stuff, there's going to be a lot more coming up in the future. Hit that subscribe button and check us out in the future. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.